Welcome.
You will be ready to lay good foundation.
Okay, listeners, welcome to this week's edition of our weekly business podcast. Business talk with Fon Felix is apology. We just received some notification that our first was having some audio of that. So sincere apologies for that. That is the reason why we have to come back again to you. So welcome, listeners. Welcome again to this week's edition with Business Talk with Fon Felix. This is our weekly business podcast where we share essential business tips for business success. It's our way of contributing to the growth of the business community. It's a way of we encouraging businesses out there. It's a way of we sharing our own ideas and little knowledge in the business world. So thank you for following. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you. Sincere apologies for that glitches we've been having for some time. Thank you for that, and thank you for the comment. Thank you for the feedback that we have received that eventually led us to know that we had some issues. So thank you. Thank you for a lot of followers who have happened. Thank you for those who keep sharing the success of the tips they keep putting into their business. Please, if you're following us on YouTube, please remember to click on the subscription button. If you're following us on Facebook or Instagram, please remember to like, share, comment, tag your friends, mention someone who you think that this topic or this discussion will be beneficial to their business. Thank you, a lot of followers. Thank you for feedback. Thank you for all that you keep doing. Remember that this is our weekly broadcast every Wednesday from 11 a.m. That is what we do. Every Wednesday, business talk with Fon Felix. Last week, we shared the idea that for you to enjoy business success in your business, rather that you need to ensure your business that your business is insured. Ensure that your business is insured. So we'll talk about the rules of insurance in business success. Rules of insurance in business success. That was our discussion for last week. Rules of insurance for business success. So that was what we discussed last week. Rule of insurance in business success. And we established the ground and fact that in as much as business people, you insure your houses, you insure your cars, you insure other properties that you earn, that you should also try as much as possible to ensure that your business is insured against risk, against losses, against damages, against any kinds of issues that may eventually happen in the business world. And like we said, remember that business is all about profit and loss. So business is all about the win-win thing. There's always a win-win or a win-lose or a lose-lose. So in as much as you have this mentality, you have this understanding that there one time in life, one time in business, that you eventually suffer loss, that you eventually suffer risk. So that is the main reason why you should at all times ensure that your business is insured. That we also encourage that you can walk up to any insurance company of your choice. We are not here to market any insurance company. You can walk up to any insurance company of your choice with your business portfolio. Let them come and do an assessment of your current business location, an assessment of your current business status, an assessment of your current business value. Of course, they will be able to offer you the best insurance package befitting to your business. So that was our discussion for last week. So thank you. We received a lot of feedback. A lot of persons are actually putting into practice all that we are teaching, all that we are learning here. Thank you so much for all of that. Today we shall continue on the discussion. Today we shall continue on the discussion on business talk with Fon Felix. And today's discussion, we are talking about being intentional in business, being intentional in business, being intentional in business. So we'll talk about how do you be intentional in business. So that is today's discussion. So we'll talk about that business is not about intentionality. Business is not about intentional. Business is not about intentionality. You understand me? So for you to be in business, I have a lot of persons who come to me and say, Sir Felix, please, I want to resign from my company. I want to resign from where I'm working. I want to resign from corporate organization. I want to resign from helping someone. I want to resign from working for somebody. I want to run my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a small business owner. I just want to run my own business. I want to be a startup. And the question I ask, what is the intention of joining business? What's the intention of trying to be an entrepreneur? What's the intention of trying to be a startup? What is the intention of you trying to be a small business owner? Remember, the business is all about profit. So you must have the right intention. The right intention will give you the right driving force, right? Because if you're working in a bigger organization, maybe you're working for a bank, for instance, and the bank suffer losses within the period under review, at the end of the month, the bank rather will pay you your salary because that is their statutory obligation to you. That is, you have that as your constitutional human right. You understand me? So the company or the bank where you work owes you that statutory right to pay you your salary at the end of that contract mode, or at the end of that fiscal mode, at the end of that business transaction mode. Do you understand? So whether the business suffers risk, whether the business suffers loss, it's none of your business. All you know is that you're working and they have to pay you. But if you're working for yourself, you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner, you're a startup, and your business suffers loss, only you bears the risk alone. Only you bears the loss alone. And most times, the loss is spread across even members of the immediate family. Do you understand? Imagine where daddy's business is going down, mommy's business is going down, auntie's business is going down, uncle's business is going down. It's going to affect that usual urgent 10K, that urgent 2 or 3K that you usually get from them. You understand? So if daddy's business is not flourishing as it were, it's going to affect the house. If mommy business is not flourishing as it were, it's going to affect the homes. If your uncle's business or your auntie's business is not flourishing well, as the case may be, it's going to affect you and affect members of the immediate family, because they suffer the risk alone, they suffer the losses alone. But if your business is insured, if your business has an insurance cover upon it, whenever there's risk, whenever there's loss, of course, the company comes in to take percentage, they comes in to offer you some things that will cushion the effect, or that will help you to ameliorate the causes, or ameliorate the consequences of that risk, of that loss. You understand? So that is the reason why we talk about being insured, or insuring your company in the last edition. Like today, we're talking about being intentional. So business is about intentionality, and we said that intentionality will definitely beget or leads you to originality. Intentionality will beget or leads you to originality. So if you want to be original in your business, you have to be intentional at the first time. If you're intentional, there's nothing that will drive you away from being original. Do you understand me? So you have to be intentional in business. So you don't just want to come into the business world because you want to make profit. You just don't want to come into the business world because you want to make a good return. Remember that business is not a win-win thing. That most times it has to be a win-win or a lose-lose thing. So most times there are business losses, most times there are business profit. By the time the profit comes, you enjoy the profit alone, you enjoy the profit, or you share it alone. But once there's risk and when there's losses, definitely you as a greater percentage partner or shareholder of the company bears the risk to yourself, or bears the risk with other partners. Even if you collected money as loan, collected money as whatsoever shares, or as gift from people to run your business, and business runs at risk, you are the one that will pay back. You are the one that will suffer the loss. So those are the things. But you have to be intentional. You have to know the reason why you want to be in business. So be able to define your intention. Be able to tell people, let we know why you want to be there. Don't just tell us you want to be in business. The business world is saturated. Do you understand me? Business, you go to the market, you have hundreds of people selling the same thing you're selling, or selling the same thing you want to come and sell. So the thing is that you need to convince me, you need to convince us why you want to run a business. Why do you want to run a business against other millions of people that are already doing the same business? So being intentional is key to your business success. Like we said, that being intentional is what is key to the success of your business, is key to business success. And being intentional in designing your business direction, it involves you direction. Yes, we have a lot of people who runs a business without a direction. That is why sometimes I walk past through some stores that just open, and after some weeks, so after some months, you stop, you see them, they're no longer coming again. You see them, they've gone into a station. You see that business has crashed. You see that the business is no longer working. Why? Because they were not able to define the business direction. They were not able to define their goal. They were not intentional about the business. So you can be intentional in opening a shop, but you may not be intentional in defining the roles and the direction of your business. Do you understand? So that is why we have a particular brand of business who have been into a particular brand for 70 good years. Sometimes, like Big, this battle we used to write, Big. I remember the other time that Big was celebrating as if 70 years in existence. I was wondering, imagine Big has been in existence even before Nigeria came to existence. So they have been in that, they have been consistent, they have been intentional. No matter, sometimes they may face some losses, they may face some bad markets, as the case may be, but yet they are still in business. Because why? They were intentional from beginning, and they are still intentional in being in business. So it is your intentionality that will retain you in business. If you are not intentional, you definitely run out of business. You are not intentional in opening up a business. By the time one small risk, by the time one small risk just hit you like this, you see yourself running helter-skelter. You see yourself closing the shop. You see yourself running to your village. You see yourself running from one places to another, seeking for solutions, seeking for all of that, and before you know it, you say that business is no longer your calling, that business is no longer what you want to do, and you switch over to another. And the reason why you're switching over is not that you suffer loss. The reason why you eventually suffer loss and were not able to bounce back because there was no intention, there was no intentionality in your there was no direction. You did not define your business direction. So being intentional, it involves you being proactive in your business. It involves you defining and designing your business direction. Do you understand me? It involves you defining and designing the business direction that you eventually want your business to go. So as a business person, it's good for you to define the direction you want your business to go. As a business person, it's good for you to define the way that you want your business. So this involves setting a clear vision and value. This involves setting a clear vision and value. This involves setting what? A clear vision and value. A clear vision and value. A thought out plan. So there must be a thought out plan. There must be a deliberate choice. There must be a deliberate decision. There must be a deliberate actions that you have to take that will align with the intentionality of opening that business. So being intentional helps you to clearly define your value, clearly define your business goal, clearly define your business value, clearly define the business direction that you want this business to run into. So those are one of the things that being directional or being intentional will help you to do. When you are not intentional in business, you can be tossed, like the Holy Scripture said, it can be tossed with every wings of doctrine. It can be tossed to and fro. Anything can come, you sell. Anything can go, you sell. Do you understand me? But when you're intentional in business, you'll be able to define the kind of business you want to do. You'll be able to define the kind of roles, services you want to render. You'll be able to define the kind of quality service delivery that you want to render to your client. Not just anyhow quality service delivery. Not a business today they will give you a contract and tomorrow you begin to give excuses. So you have to define your business direction. You have to be intentional about it. And all of those things will help you to build your momentum, help you to build your momentum, and regularly to reflect how intentional you are in your business, how intentionally you want to run your business. It will reflect in the running of your business. You don't get the picture. It will reflect in the running of your business. It will reflect in running of your business. So what are the benefits of being intentional in your business? So what are the benefits of being intentional in your business? What benefit does it give you? Being intentional in business, what benefit does it give you? One of the benefits of being intentional in business is it gives your business direction. You understand me? It gives your business direction. It helps you to define the direction you want to go in your business. A lot of businesses are opening up today without direction. A lot of businesses are opening up here and there without a direction. So, but being intentional in your business gives you a direction for your business, the direction you want your business to go. What do you want to sell? Sometimes you see people selling product ABC. Products ABC. Today they are selling A, tomorrow they are selling B, the other day they are selling C. They are just selling anything that they see in the market, anything that they can afford, they will just sell. And somebody told me one day, anything where customers they find, now they buy. That is good for you. But you must be intentional. You must be able to define your business goal. You must be able to define why you actually want to be in business. So sometimes people come and they think that business they want to enter, they just want to make profit and run away. People just want to make profit and run away. And most times those are the motivation that drive people into great and huge losses. Do you understand me? Because time you have an open eye, you see a product that you feel that is selling, you just go and buy, and not just buy, you buy them in quantity. And most time those products you buy in quantity may have a very close range of expiry. And by the time your balance trying to saturate and trying to sell, those products have expired in your hand and you run out of losses, or those products must have perished in your hand, you run out of losses rather. So you should be able to define the rule. It's not all products that you must sell. It's not all kind of services you should render. Don't just be jack of all trade. You understand me? Don't be jack of all trade, master, professional or master to none. So define your business direction, define your business goal, define your business value. What do you want to sell? What kind of service do you want to render? What kind of quality service delivery do you want people to know you for? Do you understand? So define it. So these are intentional. I want to run a business. This is the reason why I want to run a business. This is kind of, I've seen a deficiency within the environment, and that is why I want to run this business. And this is the kind of service I want to offer to the public. Those are the intention. Those are the motivation. And business direction, one of the things that business intention will also help you to do, we have talked about, it helps you to give your business direction. Another key point that business intention will help you to do is that it gives you momentum. Sometimes business people take a lot of risks. Do you understand me? People take a lot of risks. After done a lot of assessment, after done a lot of background check, security check, and all of that, business people take a lot of risks. Risks that your bosses in the office takes without your consent, it's not even your business. But when you're a business person, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're not the one running your business, you're going to take a lot of risk. Imagine somebody ordering a product from China from somebody he has not met before. Imagine somebody putting up 30-40 billion naira to buy a product or to test a product into the market that he has not even tried before. People he has not even known. Most people, they have never even traveled out of Nigeria, but you're sending money, buy product from people in China, even after doing your background check, after doing your assessment. The truth of the matter is that intentionality helps you to build your business momentum. Intentionality helps you to build momentum. Intentionality helps you to build your momentum. It helps you to build that stamina. You understand? That assurance. Yes, you're intentional about it. So you can be willing to do any kind of sacrifice. Do you get it? You can be willing to stand any kind of charge to make it in that business field because you have that intention to do this business. You have that intention to survive and to succeed in this particular business. So intentionality helps you to build your momentum. Intentionality helps you to build your business direction, and not just direction, also help you to build the momentum for your business. So another key point that intentionality helps you to do, aside providing direction, aside building momentum, it also helps you to align your decision with your value. It also helps you to align your decision with your value. To align your decision with your value. Do you understand me? So you have to make decisions that will equate to the value you have defined for your business. But whereas a business that does not have a clear direction, a business that does not have a clear goal, a business that don't have a clear value, anything goes, anything can come, anything can sell, anything can go by, anything can be bargained for. Do you get it? But when you're intentional in your business, it helps you to align your business goal with your value. It helps you to align your business intention with your value. It helps you to align everything that you do. Every decision you make, you first and foremost ask yourself, with this, is this aligned to the value? Would this give me this thing, the standard that I've created for my business, the trust that my business have built? Will this decision build this trust, or will it destroy it? So intentionality helps you to build your business. It helps you to align it also to the value you have decided for your business. So that is why in business you must be able to define your value. Not everything can go for. Not everything can go for you. So you must be able to help you to grow. So another key point we should also discuss that one thing I've also discovered in business intentionality is that it fosters growth and adaptability. Yes, it fosters growth. It fosters growth. It helps your business to grow. By the time everybody knows that Mr. A sells quality product, Mr. B does not sell quality product, you see that everybody will come to buy from Mr. A. People will run away from Mr. B store. And that way, by the time people are coming to buy consistently, your business is growing, the recommendation is growing, people are recommending you to other people, people are coming to buy based on trust, based on the recommendation that people have given, those who have tested and used your product before. You understand me? So intentionality helps your business to grow and adapt. You're intentional. So even if anything happens, you can easily adapt to the business environment. You can easily adapt to new products. You can easily adapt to new business terms. You can easily adapt to new rules and regulations, or business laws of the community, or business laws of the government. Because what? You're intentional. You get it? Sometimes government can serve you taxes,